Hey guys, Pythagorean theorem problems are a little bit different because they're not going to tell you use the Pythagorean theorem. They're just going to describe a situation either by giving you a picture or by giving you a word problem with no picture. So here we go, no picture given. Here's the story problem. And anytime I have this, I kind of have my pen and scratch paper off to the side ready to turn this into a picture because it helps me understand the scenario much better. So Bob and Mark left Walmart at the same time. So what do? I put a dot on my paper and I label it Walmart. Bob goes 5 miles north, so I draw Bob going up on my paper and I label it 5 miles and I put Bob up there at the top of the line to show that's where he's at now. Mark, meanwhile, goes 5 miles east, so that'd be going to the right on my paper, and I do the same thing, labeling Mark there to the right and a 5 mile distance. The question just wants to know how far away is Bob from Mark now. And that dashed line is a straight line between Bob and Mark. And look at what you've done on your paper there. You've made a right triangle because north and east hits at 90 degrees. So we can use Pythagorean theorem, plug in our information, the two legs, 5 and 5, and be able to solve. And Mark is 7.1 miles away from Bob now. Example 2, a diagram is going to be given to you here in just a second, but be careful, okay? So Jerry normally goes 3 kilometers south, and we can see on this diagram that it's very easy to see that he leaves his house. I'm going to go 3 kilometers south. However, he then goes 4 kilometers to the east, and that is his normal route to the store. So I'm just going to trace this over in blue and underline normally in blue. That way I know this is the normal route. However, the dashed line shows a new shortcut. And since that dashed line's in red, I'm going to underline shortcut in red. What if, and this is where we get to what the problem wants from us, what if Jerry takes the normal way to the store, but takes the shortcut back to his house? How many miles total did Jerry travel? That's all they want. So let me go back here and put this one in blue. Um, Literally, they just want to know how many miles would he travel if he took the normal route to the store and shortcut back. The normal is just handed to us. 3 plus 4 is 7 kilometers. Now, the shortcut, we've got to go and dig for that. Um, South and east, well, gee, this would be a 90-degree angle. That makes this the hypotenuse. So we can come through and use Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals, there's our hypotenuse, c squared. And I know that 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16, so 9 plus 16 is 25. And now to get the c all by itself, we're just going to flip that square root sign over on the other side. And the square root of 25 is 5. So this shortcut, it's 5 kilometers long exactly. Okay? We now have the rest of the information we needed, but we're not done there. This Pythagorean theorem didn't just like solve the problem, it just helped us get the information we need. How many miles did he go total with the normal and the shortcut? Well, he went 12 kilometers total. And I might have just said miles there, and if I did, I'm sorry, I meant kilometers. Okay. So this is just a situation where sometimes you use Pythagorean theorem, but it doesn't magically give you the answer. It just helps you get more information to give the problem what it wants. So if we take a look at example 3, the same scenario, but then we change the question up a little bit as far as what it's wanting. We already know the shortcut is 5 kilometers. We know the normal route is 7 kilometers. And it says, what is the difference between the normal route and shortcut? So here's the normal route, 7 kilometers. Here's the shortcut route, 5 kilometers. What's it mean by difference? Subtract. And it would be 2 kilometers. So just be on the lookout about what in the world these problems want from you. Okay. Couple of hints. Sum is add, product would mean multiply, difference would be subtract, and quotient would mean divide. If they ask you for the area of a triangle, remember it uses this formula. Um, One way that you can type in 1/2 in your calculator very easily is type in 0.5. The base of a triangle, well, that has to hit the height at 90 degrees. So this base is going to be 4 because it's hitting the height at 5 right there at 90 degrees. So you would type in these three numbers and multiply them in your calculator, and you'd get 10 for the area. Now, if your triangle is actually a right triangle, the base would be right here. Okay, your base would be right here, but your height would be hitting that base at 90 degrees, so you would need the two legs of the right triangle. If you guys have any questions or concerns when it gets to these triangles and the story problems on Pythagorean theorem, please reach out to me. Oh yeah, also the perimeter is just like that example two we went for. They might not say find the perimeter. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But basically, perimeter just means you add up all the sides. Okay. So again, hopefully you've got a handle of how to use Pythagorean theorem, and these story problems don't cause too much problems. Just pay attention to what they're asking you for. Reach out to me if you need help, though. See you guys.